Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm looking at Skiiid, which is a really cool morphing drum synthesizer. Now, what I'm going to do today is just talk through how the app works, explain every section in detail, but I'm also going to give you some ideas for how we can use this with different styles of music that it might not seem that suitable for at first, like ambient, for example. So I'll look a little bit at the session I've been playing around with today and how Skiiid could be incorporated into that. I'm going to talk about how we could use gating apps to kind of rein things in and quickly give a different shape to what Skiid's producing. Okay, so first let me just go through and let you hear some of the kind of sounds that this thing can make. I'm going to do that by setting up a drone, okay, and playing around with some parameters so you can just see what I'm up to over here. Nice, very nice. Okay, so what we did there was I pressed drone, so I got a sustained pad sound. So as you see, it can be really fun to just press drone and go and play around with things. And I think that's one of the best ways to dial in a sound, rather than if you press pad, then you got to press on the pad that you want to change. And then you've got to keep on pressing it to try and dial it in as you adjust things here. It's a pain in the ass, right? So use drone if you want to dial in your sounds. So what you can do is, if you want, you can go through and set up the parameters for each pad separately. If I press here, if I press on pad 1, and then I go up here and start playing around with things, you can see there's a blue box now around pad 1. That's just reminding me that all the changes that I make now are all happening to pad 1. So then if I go and press here, now it's going to be doing pad 2. So now I've gone back to pad 1. And you see now I've come back to pad 2. It's remembered my settings for pad 2 from before. So if you want to do that, just press in each pad. So you can jump around from one to the other and you don't have to worry, because when you go back to another one, your previous settings will be saved and you can tweak them more. So that's really cool. Okay, it also has a sequencer. And you can choose what's triggered by just pressing and depressing. You can see here it's synced to my BPM in AUM. So this has Ableton Link. That's great. It's not audio unit, but frankly, I can't really see myself using two of these. There are some apps that it's really annoying are not audio units. This one, I don't feel it's a big deal. and at least it has inter-app audio. It loads in AUM fine, no problem. So hopefully audio unit will come, but for now I don't think it's a huge big deal. Okay, so we got that step sequencer. If we press here, for example, I've pressed at the top of step 6. Now we see here which sound is loaded in step 6, and we can change the sound which is loaded by using a preset, factory preset menu here, or we can use user presets or whatever. Okay, so that's the sequencer. Now, let's look in more detail at the parameters, and to talk about that, I will again take a sound, put it on drone. Okay. So first of all, let's look oscillator mix section. So 3 sections: the sub, sauce, and noise. So those are related to what's over here. It's important to notice these volume levels, because if you just go playing around with stuff here, you might not notice any changes. And if you don't, it probably means that the volume level for that thing is down too low over here. Like if I go and play around with this noise thing, I'm not going to notice much because the noise volume's down low here. If I turn it up higher, then I'm going to notice. So that's important to remember. Okay, so Sub-Fm-Oscillator. So here we are basically morphing between different types of waveforms and the amount of FM modulation, and this is for the speed of the FM modulation. Okay, so that's the sub-FM. Now sauce. Sauce basically just adds a little bit of flavor. I don't know, it's got some samples or something that it morphs through. And noise does the same. It goes through different noise samples. So you can play around with these until you find something you like. Now, when we're in drone, we don't have this velocity section. So, okay, filter and volume. Okay, look what's happening here as I play on the x-axis. Now look what's happening. Do you see the difference? When filter's down at the bottom here, it has the same level of filter activation anywhere I press on the pad. When this is turned up high, when I press low, it doesn't have that, and it only comes in as I go higher. Now, the volume one doesn't seem to be doing anything, but I have seen it do stuff before, so I wonder if there's a bug in the current version, because I'm not noticing any difference there. Oh, hang on. No, right there. Yeah, not seeing any difference with that. Maybe a little bug. Okay, doesn't matter. Now, pitch. And a fine tune for the pitch, so you can get it exactly right. This is extremely useful. So we can see, if we look at the oscillator, we can see actually what note it's playing. So that's going to be really helpful when you're trying to come up with something that's going to fit in melodically with the song that you're playing. Very important to get the right pitch. So let's say you use the chaos knob up here to sort of generate something randomly. Well, you can still give it a quick tweak. Let's say your song's in A. Then you just tweak it over here. Great. Okay. Now, you can see again when drone is on, we don't have the amp envelope and the pitch envelope. I guess they're just always at maximum in the drone. So let's see how. Hear the harder attack there? Okay, so here we have more release, less release, faster attack, slower attack. So you can hear the release there. I tap and the sound remains for a while. Here, the sound goes immediately. So that's a very important one as well. Okay, filter. Filter cutoff. Resonance. High pass. Dial things in as you see fit. Or play it live. Actually, is anything, I know, can inter-app audio be, do they have their parameters exposed? Right, no parameters. Yeah, what a pity. Oh well, hopefully when it becomes audio unit. All right. Now here, the pitch envelope. Let me randomize things. So you see here, as I go up, we're getting more pitch change. And here we have the envelope for that. You hear the difference in the pitch? Pew, pew. Wow. Okay, so pitch envelope. And over on the right, we have some effects. And we can actually see those changing as we go through different ones. So the amount of bit crush, distortion, resonance. Okay. I can't remember if I mentioned already that here we can randomize each pad. So here, if we do this, if I press on pad 1 and then I press here, pad 1 will become a bass drum, snare, hi-hat, percussion, and just completely random. So these randomization options are wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so there we go. I think that's pretty much everything. Let me see. Let's generate something. Let's get a sequence. Okay. So it sounds pretty cool with delay on it. Maybe a bit of reverb. And then if we look here, you see we can use something like WAVE to, I want to keep that one the way it is. Let me spark up another one. Okay, WAVE can be really cool to just give a shape to things. So I think WAVE is a really nice way to come up with rhythmic patterns. Personally, I would prefer this in some ways to the kind of step sequencer that we have in the app itself. Now, I've done a video on this before, so I'm not going to go into everything, but I'm just going to play through and give you a little bit of idea of the kind of variation in sounds we could get here. That's really cool. So you get the idea. Okay. So we can go through and use the chaos knob to freshen things up every so often. We can adjust the depth. That's quite nice. Almost sounds like some alien animals calling out in the background. So there you go, everybody. A few ideas for using Skiiid. Very cool little drum synth, I think. I like it a lot. So, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, there are 3 codes going for this. Forgot to mention. Look in the comments section, see the details, see what you have to do to win. All right. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.